Happy Mother's Day. I'm happy this day because I have a wonderful mother. But today I want to talk about something. Liberals going to say, I'm not allowed to say this. I'm not allowed to do this. I'm not allowed to say this because I don't have a vagina or I don't have a cervix. I'm going to mention a few things here and then I'm going to move on. Roe versus Wade and they think about overturning it. We have a Constitution and we have a bunch of amendments. I'm going to talk about two right away. The First Amendment. The First Amendment, you have the right to free speech. There is a state, California actually made it illegal for you to hand a transgender person paperwork to say that God says this ain't right. You don't hear fucking shit. There's no riots. Nobody going, hey, that's against our First Amendment. Nobody says shit. Look it up. Second Amendment. You have the right to bear arms. Going right back to fucking California. Excuse my language. And a bunch of these other states. They regulate your right to bear arms to a point where you can't even own a certain, they're trying to say a piece of aluminum you can't have. Or you can't have a magazine that holds so many bullets. The Second Amendment was written. This is in there. Now, I'm going to take a little pause here. A little pause. Is there an amendment for a woman to be able to abort their child? Now, if we would take some of these other, and I think they tried, if we would take some of these other things, some of these other states, because we're United States of America, there's 50 of us, and states get to pass certain rights. Pass certain laws, not rights. They get to pass certain laws. Why is it only this one that doesn't even have an amendment at all? The liberals worried about. We're not going nuts over California. We say that, hey, I'm a Second Amendment guy. I live in Pennsylvania. Now, my governor's crazy. Hopefully, we're replacing his ass. But we got a bunch of Republicans that are going to keep it normal. Keep it normal. Why isn't everybody going after what California's doing against the Second Amendment and the First Amendment? And why aren't they throwing a bunch of fit? Because that state can't do that because it's under a Constitution, the United States Constitution. They like to run things through the fucking courts. Why ain't this happening? Roe versus Wade is a privacy thing, and this thing is very old. And there is no real law that says you can have an abortion. These people actually think there is. It's not. Here's the problem with they think it's a federal law. There was no law. This was just something some stupid idiot said in the Supreme Court. Just remember, the Supreme Court also says that a black man is 3/5 of a person just so the Democrats can get more votes because they can make the black man, slavery. Yeah. I'm going to bring that up here in a second. There is no law. There's no constitutional law. They read, the reading of Roe versus Wade was wrong. It needs to be replaced. Under constitutional law, it should have been replaced a long time ago. But there's a bunch of pussies in the Republican Party that didn't want to fight it. If it goes back to the states, we could talk about certain things. Right now, they don't want to talk about nothing. They want full-term abortion up to the date. Now, there is a constitutional law to protect people. It doesn't say in Roe versus Wade that is not a person. It says the government doesn't have the right to your body, is what it says. So if it goes back to the states, I guess the state government be a little more important because this abortion thing has been killing us Republicans. It has, because they can always say they're pro-life, But they don't have to act pro-life because they think Roe versus Wade is law. No, it's not. It's not even president. It's a garbage. At least look up what it says. So when it goes back to states, now California can pass a law that you can actually abort the kid 7 days later, whatever. It doesn't matter. That's state law. That's the way it's kind of supposed to be. There was not supposed to be this huge government overreach. The last time there was a huge government overreach over evil, we went to civil war. Do you know what that was? Slavery. But it really wasn't about slavery. But it was. Certain people didn't want it. Certain people wanted it. There's a war. And it's evil. Just think about it. Just think about the Supreme Court upheld saying a black man was not worth a white man. That's fucking evil. The Supreme Court even said women weren't worth men. That's fucking evil. The Supreme Court actually said that landowners were the only ones that were important in the United States. That's fucking evil. So we got this other evil thing out here, and you're all like, we got to keep it. We got to keep it. We can find fossils of bacteria on Mars. And they call it life. When is life? When does life begin? It's a question. So if we take away this stupid Roe versus Wade, maybe we can vote on it. We are not a king establishment that these leftists uses the judges like kings. We're not that. We're a constitutional republic. We have certain inalienable rights given to us by our fucking creator. We're not even a fucking democracy, you fucking idiots. We are a fucking republic. We have rights that nobody can take away. Nobody. God bless. Have a great day. And happy Mother's Day.